Hi, Trish the Gong Gardener. Today I'm pruning this tea tree or Leptospermum. This one's called Starry Nights. It's a big white flowering one. So first of all, I look underneath the shrub and see all these little twiggy bits in here. It's a good idea just to take them out because really they're not going to do anything at all. They're just going to die because they're not getting enough light and they're little twiggy bits. So that's the first thing we do. We clean up the trunk and remove those. Now I've got another video which I'm crown lifting the plant. So I'm crown lifting the Leptospermum, that one there. I've crown lifted that from the bottom, so I'm also going to top this one as well. So I'm going to prune the top of that one as well. But I'll show you this one here because there's 3 in this yard. So, yes, so just clean up inside the bush. Make sure your secateurs are nice and sharp and remove all those little twiggy bits. That'll make the trunk a bit more exposed and look nice. So we'll get all those out. So what I'm doing here, if you have a close look, so see that? I'm just going close like that. So leaving a little tiny stub and taking that off. Yeah. So I'm not going like that, going a bit closer to the trunk, so I'm just leaning the secateurs on the trunk a little bit. So you get the picture. Now I'll show you what needs to be done to the top. You do this after it flowers. So what happens after a plant flowers, it has a growth spurt. So that's the reason it's a good idea to prune your plants after they flower. Then it can thicken them up when you do a tip prune. So all I do to the tea tree is give it an annual tip prune, just to give it thicken it up, and it creates more flowers. So all we do there is we grab it like that. You can also do this with a hedger because you've only got small stems there. So all I do is that, take off the tip. Now this is an informal prune, so we're going to do that to every tip. So you just concentrate on one stem at a time and just chop. Not very hard. And you're just taking the ends off. You're taking about 20 centimetres to 30 centimetres or 6 inches to 12 inches off. So just grabbing it. You're leaving plenty of green still on and just removing the tip. So do that all over, every single tip, even the top. So start from the bottom, so that's out of the way. And then when you do the top, you haven't got as much shrubbery in the way. Because it's only really small stuff, you can actually just throw it on top if you like, and it'll create a mulch. So see, that bit was a bit bigger. That was about 12 inches or 30 centimetres. there's that whole branch done, that one, and this one's done too. So then we can concentrate on this one behind. So just keep going. That section's done there. So I've got to go over the fence to do the other side, but I'll continue just here. So even though it's a bit tall, I can still pull it down because it's a very flexible shrub. So keep going with the middle bit of the tree. So this is a big fat bit of the middle section. So this bit, I missed it when I was doing the under pruning. So see how there's only a little bit of live stuff on it? So we take that out, and this bit too. So do that when you're assessing it at the start. That's what you need to take out at the start, any dead bits that are underneath. So keep going with the top. And I think I can reach, maybe. There we go. That's the whole top of it. So it hasn't broken, it's flexible. So if it wasn't flexible, I'd have to climb on the ladder. So there we go. And now I'll go over the other side. Okay, I came over the other side of the fence, and when I looked from this angle, I saw I missed it a bit there. So I'll just do this side first, then I'll do that middle top section. Can you see the nice colour of the foliage? It's a good use as a filler in flower arranging. I've seen it in florists. So what this type of pruning does, it helps the plant live longer because it creates more growth, more young growth. So if you do this annually, you'll have a lovely bush for longer. So this bit underneath here, I don't want to go too hard So I'm only going to tip prune that bit, because if the sun doesn't get in there, that will finish. But next year, in saying that, if this bit's looking a bit woody, I can take it out down at the main stems, like I showed you at the beginning. Almost there. So it hasn't taken too long to do it. And it doesn't matter if you miss a little bit either. It is just a rough prune. So this is the last bit of the top I'm going to do from this side of the fence. I'll just go back inside and give that tip over there a tip, and then it will be finished. So stand back and have a look at it. It looks great. So we'll go back inside the fence now. The middle section I didn't do is this bit. So I'll carefully, now if it's too stiff, don't pull it down. But I've put my hand in, pulled it lightly, and just pulled the tip of it down. Last bit here on that side, and then I can see one more bit in there, which I'll follow it. Yeah, I'll only pull it down slightly, then I'll make my way to the end. See that? That's the bit I didn't get. And any bits missed now don't matter. So have a look at that from this angle. Yep, little bit more pruning on the inside would help, but it's looking really good. And next season during flowering, it'll flower really nice and it'll be full of flowers. Okay, thanks for listening.